stuff. But what's an opportunity if it's handed to you? You got to earn some things on your own, and that's Very one thing I earned.
Good mentality. Definitely a good mentality to have, for sure. So let's get into NFTs. NFTs, for better or worse, gentlemen, are very polarizing in that a lot of people have a lot of good things to say about them, and a lot of people have a lot of bad things to say about them. But before we get into that, explain to my audience, what exactly is an NFT? Where did it originate? How did it start?
So an NFT is called a non-fungible token, and the easy way to explain that, fungible basically just means replaceable.
Okay.
So basically it's a non-replaceable asset.
Okay.
And all it really aimed to accomplish was to be able to give an opportunity for assets to be sold online that cannot be stolen or cannot be duplicated. Okay. And so there's a technology called a blockchain, and the blockchain basically is what your cryptocurrency runs off as, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, things like that. And every day, new little blocks are created, and basically that's just setting something in stone. So say if I sent Donovan an NFT right now, a block would be created, and that would be set in stone, and it's public knowledge for everyone.
Okay.
Do interrupt me if you have any questions at any point.
No, go ahead.
But NFTs were created to give creators that power, give creators the comfortability of trusting that what their art cannot be stolen. Say if I'm a painter, right?
Right.
And I throw a piece of my art on the internet, someone can steal that entire concept.
Right.
And completely take it. On top of the fact, if I wanted to sell it, especially for big money, I have to get it in art shows. I have to travel the world globally.
Yeah.
And I don't have as much access. So, that being said, to be able to take a piece of art and put it out somewhere on a global marketplace, and that art can be a photograph, that art can be an audio file, it could be a video, a GIF, it can be a picture of a lion, it could be whatever you'd like it to be, but that was the main base technology for trying to sell NFTs. And then into that, creators can do anything. I heard about NFTs and got into it based on a story about, I forget what it was. There was a dubstep artist, who he had probably like 100,000 followers on Instagram, and he released an album that he released 6 years ago. He re-released it as an NFT, and he made like $3 million off of it, because what he was doing was he was giving anyone who bought each song the ownership and royalty rights of those songs.
Oh, wow. So, and because they had ownership and royalty rights, they're playing the song, they're including it in there. And if you have creators, they're probably mixing it in with, with a lot of their audio and everything else. That's incredible.
Yeah. It piqued my interest pretty quick.
Now, give me a brief history on NFTs. To the best of your knowledge, when did they start? Was it started by a person or an organization? What's the origination of the non-fungible? What's the last letter?
Token.
Right.
So I'm not sure exactly who created it, because I know it was tied into when crypto began, and it really didn't catch fire until like late 2019 as we get into COVID. Right. Because COVID, obviously, it drove up the sports card market. It drove up the crypto market. It drove up many things because people had so much disposable income, they can either blow it on toilet paper or they can invest it into crypto or NFTs or sports cards or anything that holds valuables. Collectibles are something that's been valued for years, whether it's old painting back in the Vatican era. Like, there's so many different ways collectibles can be valuable. And so the history of it is, I think the first NFT that ever like really blew up is a NFT called CryptoPunks.
Okay.
And the crazy thing about that is I think that was a 2017 project. So that was like early stages of NFTs.
It started gaining popularity in 2017.
So 2017, I got my shit. 2017 was like the ball started rolling with this. And CryptoPunks, if you own one now, I think the lowest price you can get one for is somewhere between 300,000 to 750,000 or somewhere in that range.
That is incredible.
The craziest thing about those is that they were given away for free in 2017.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure how many there were, but they were all given away for free. So what slowly started to happen with NFTs is the collector market kind of started rearing into all these different ways that art can become collectible. Audio files, signatures, memorabilia, anything can be collected. But having that massive worldwide market is what really drove the industry. And when COVID hit is when it blew up. So I think it originated around 2017. And the brief history of it is there's probably like 5 to 6 like top end like name brand, almost like best player in the league NFTs that have kind of carried the market and draw the most hype. Like the most famous one is called Bored Ape Yacht Club, who's kind of falling off right now and bringing a new project in to take their spot. They were sponsored by Steph Curry, Eminem, everyone. Wow. But yeah, that's basically like the brief like NFT history market.
I also have here the concept of NFTs was introduced by a programmer and crypto entrepreneur named Kevin McCoy in 2014. He created the first NFT called Quantum on the Ethereum blockchain.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. It almost has in Rocky, you touched on this a little earlier. NFTs almost have a sports memorabilia element to it in that the crypto punks, that was back in 2017. That's 7 years ago. That's one of the most valuable NFTs for many reasons, not the least of which is the age of the NFT. The fact that it's been out for 7 years, it almost appreciates in value. So let's get into the value of the NFT. We'll talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. How does one flip an NFT? How do you make money? How do you become profitable if you are an NFT holder?
Okay, so I'm going to start with the value side of it, and then I'll talk about how to flip one.
Perfect.
So basically, the same way that gold, same way that diamonds are rare, scarcity is one thing that always drives up NFT prices, because having something that's a limited supply is fantastic. But at the same token, with any NFT project you get, whatever NFT you get, there will not be another one like it usually, unless someone just sells like, if they're doing like a ticket that's like an express pass, like they'll all be the same. But usually most collectibles, whether there's like, so I'll give you an example so it's easier to explain. For our first collection, we had like 2,500 NFTs. All of those were different. Not one looked alike, even though they all had the same theme. So what gives them value is the scarcity.
Okay.
On top of it, when you bring in demand and you bring in people to get involved in your project, that hype also grows the value, but it's also because people are buying into your brand's culture and your identity. So brands that don't really have that, don't really like correlate and do well. But the main thing is NFTs, there's a word called traits. So what makes all NFTs different are traits. So anything, so if I made a Donovan Sharpe NFT, and in one of the pictures he's wearing a hoodie, and in the next picture he's wearing that same hoodie but he's smoking a cigarette. If the picture of Donovan smoking a cigarette only pops up 3 times out of all 2,000 NFTs, that one NFT is more rare than the rest of them. So traits add value. The more rare traits you have, the higher your value. So that correlates into when you're flipping NFTs. It's almost like there's a lot of new video games out like Madden, NHL, and NBA where they do this thing where you can buy digital packs of sports cards. Yeah. And depending on what players you get and how good their overall is, you can add them to your team.
Okay.
So it's almost like the random roll of what NFT you get. If you pull a good one, it's almost like opening a pack of sports cards. If you get a good card, you can sell it for more. And being able to flip it is based on your rarity. So say if you get one that's not as rare, you could probably sell it for like the base lowest price. But for example, Holder Doe Steezy from our original collection, he pulled our one of one, like super rare, Super Saiyan Red Pill Lion NFT. And that one's probably, that can sell for anywhere from like $10,000 to $15,000 to $20,000. So it's all about your luck of what you buy.
Holy smokes. It's almost like finding like a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. In a baseball card, or I think we can probably maybe compare the crypto punks to maybe the T206, the fabled Honus Wagner card. Wow, that is.
Okay, you know your stuff in the sports card market. I see it.
Yeah, you know how it is. You know how it is. Now let's talk about some of the criticisms that NFTs have sort of gotten over the years. A lot of people like to say this is a scam. It's all this blockchain, this cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. All this stuff is a scam. What do you say to people who advise other people, don't get into this NFT nonsense? It's all a scam. It's just a money-making proposition. What do you say to that?
So I'll brush over this and then I'll lay up Mark because I know he has a good point on this.
Okay.
But for the longest time, in anything, there's good and bad. So what I correlate it to is that there's people that utilize the technology as something to build upon and show people like us. Like when doing an NFT project, I wanted to show people the proper way how to use this technology and why it's so cool.
Okay.
And a lot of other people just obviously everyone wants to make money. A lot of people just used it on the financial side. So there's a thing called a rug pull, and many people have done this. You've seen it with with porn stars, with many different celebrities that have just co-signed an NFT just to be able to get a little piece of the bread because they heard it was hot. And what they would do is announce an NFT. It's some slapstick, chopped together like art of, like, even Sylvester Stallone did one.
Sure. Right.
Kevin's gonna be mad at me for saying that. But Sly did one, and so many people did one. And all they do is they slap their name on something, and they build up all this hype so people get excited. And they promise all these things, and they never do. And then when the NFT drops, they receive all the money, and then immediately after, nothing new comes out. So this is the value of their projects. It's going up, hype, da-da-da. This is where they drop. And usually if you keep adding new stuff and working, it should plateau at a high peak, and then you keep slowly growing it.
Sure.
What they would do is they announce, launch, and then the rug pull is immediately after they launch, they stop working on it. No one's talking about it. No one from the brand is really handling it. And then the value just slowly dies. So that's what you would call a rug pull. But the thing about NFTs with the stigma is what I used to like to call it.
Yeah.
When we first started this, there was so much stigma. And people were like, oh, you guys are going to scam. You guys are going to do this. They just want money. But, you know, here we are fucking like 2.5 years later, and every dollar I've made off this collection has gone back into the holders' utilities, into their pockets, into opportunities. And, you know, I still live in a somewhat shitty house that I've started the collection in. So it's not like I like leveled up or bought a new car. Like, all the money we made got reinvested. So I was happy to, like, you know, kind of stick it to everyone that, like, you wanted to say, like, oh, it's a scam. And that was like month one of like really announcing it. So we just, you know, showed our colors, built our brand recognition, and then Mark can talk about a little bit with Jake Paul Logan Paul how we kind of got into it as well.
Yeah, I know. Logan Paul got into the NFT scene, and he got involved with this project called Crypto Zoo and made millions off of it. But the dude that partnered with him ended up scamming everybody. So it's projects like that can put a bad taste in people's mouth for NFTs in general. But it's also very easy to knock something you don't know about or haven't tried yet. Of
course.
Just as I did with Christianity. You know, I used to knock it and be like, oh, come on, I'm going to talk to some guy in the sky.
Sure.
And then you try it and you actually realize that you can gain from it. So
yeah, but to stay on that point really quick, with the whole scam side of it, some have let me ask you a question, Donovan. Have you ever heard of either the term crypto thoughts or simp NFTs?
No.
Okay. So one of the main reasons why we wanted to do this NFT project was, one, to show people how to use the technology right and give back to the community.
Okay.
And bring Red Pill and crypto together.
Got it.
At the same token, the reason why, like, I wanted to bring Red Pill to crypto because we do money, muscles, and game, and I wanted to give them another source of finance so they can buy into NFTs, whether it's mine or someone else's, and be able to turn a profit. As I'm learning about crypto, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, these poor crypto simps, they, like, you know, a lot of crypto guys that are just crypto guys, you know, they come out really nerdy usually most of the time.
Of course.
And I come across these NFTs, and one of them is called a simp NFT. So basically what it is like OnlyFans models or popular, like, influencers that are women that only post bikini pics. They drop NFTs. And I wish I had the screen grabs for you, but one of them, I forget what it was. It was a chick in a bikini, and she's holding up like one of those like Looney Tunes signs that will like say something on it, and she's just sitting there, and all the signs would be like, men ain't shit, like, praise me. But what they were doing is they're basically selling like membership passes for like their supporter community. Like, if you support me, you need to own one of my NFTs.
Oh my God.
And these things were going crazy because, you know, an easy narrative for someone that's not good with women is they lead with their wallet.
Yes.
So what they were doing was just feeding these influencers money to just be like, yes, I'm one of your, like, little minions. And it was weird. So, like, these were going crazy. They were called simp DAOs, simp NFTs.
Oh my God. Where the hell was I?
And then the other token of it was, you know, there was projects that weren't really, like, sexually related for women. There was a big project called World of Women and a couple other ones where it's like, you know, propping up women and, like, whatever the case may be. I wanted to give something for men to have like that as well. So using NFTs to also, like, help people find the red pill, and especially I felt like people in the crypto community could use a little bit of a red pill.
The only ways women can make money is through sexualization.
That's right.
So, like, they're like, how can I sexualize the NFT space and they see another lane, another opportunity to get money from these simps.
And
women smell blood in the water.
Well, not only that, they've done this with Twitch too, right? Like, you know, as soon as gamer girls got onto Twitch, women, you know, modern women find, and Mark, that's truer words never spoken. One of the
Thank
few ways women can make money consistently is by sexualizing themselves. So it should come as no surprise that they would weasel their way into the NFT market. I mean, all of that said, that really just kind of further legitimizes that there is money to be made with NFTs. If these dumb bimbos can make money, then why the hell can't we, right?
Yeah, I've always been key on the point that like women have an anti-homeless like backdrop to lean on.
Yes.
So like,
Yep.
have you ever seen an attractive homeless woman, Donovan?
Nope, I've never, no, ever.
Exactly, because they have a source, especially if you're like a little bit younger. Like men don't really have anything to fall back on, especially as a provider. Like it's either make or break, and
That's
you
it.
can break, and when you break, you're down bad.
That's it.
Women, they can kind of like even if a girl did like a somewhat attractive woman did somehow make it to being homeless, all she has to do is pick what car to get in.
That's all she has
Like,
to do.
oh, here's a BMW pulling
Totally
up.
agree.
Oh, very good in the car. I'll take care of you.
Totally
It's
agree.
a fail safe. To that point, whether it's women selling like their bathwater on TikTok or doing OnlyFans, when they smell the blood in the water of money to be made and it's easy for them, or even them sleeping on a Twitch stream, they're gonna go for it. So there was a big interjection of that into the NFT space around 2021, 2022 when we dropped. So that was something I also wanted to kind of give men like in the crypto world an NFT to get into that will also enlighten them. Like the biggest thing about our NFT project, regardless of the past collection, this collection is our Discord.
Okay.
Because not only is it a place for people to like access and claim utilities, we have a bunch of different channels that are supposed to motivate men and make them better. So any other NFT crypto like Discord will be like, oh, the coins today in our project. We have a gym check-in channel. Everyone gets in the channel every day and they're like, yo, who hit the gym today? Bro, you gotta get in the gym today.
I like
a mental
that.
health channel. That's for anyone dealing with like substance abuse or depression. Or we had someone hop in one day and he was like, dude, my wife just left me and she took the kids and she's taking half my money and I'm losing the house. What do I do?
Fuck.
And it was a moment where I was like, I think at the time I was only 23, 22 years old, and as much as I can be there for him, I didn't really know exactly what to say to like necessarily like keep a gun out of his mouth because I didn't know what the case was.
Sure.
But the community kind of banded together and just spoke and helped and talked to him and kept constant connection, and it was something that was like beautiful to see. And then from there, like more channels came out, book recommendations, whatever the case may be, and it's flourished into a community where anyone who found us that didn't know anything about Red Pill didn't actually even have to coincide with the Red Pill ideology, but enjoyed the fruits of learning from like-minded men that actually can be like, hey, dude, that girl's no good for you, like just move on. And they were easily able to digest that.
It's a good way to grow your capital as well as your community. And if you're buying like an NFT or bathwater from an OnlyFans model, what sense of utilities or community do you get out of that?
That's an addiction for sure.
Yeah, that's fucking gross is what that is. Like bathwater. Like, dude, it may as well be fucking dishwater. Ay, ay, ay.
Yep.
So explain how, because NFTs are all pretty much run the same except for you guys. And that's the first thing I noticed. You guys run your NFTs very differently than I have ever even heard of or seen. So take my audience inside of why Red Pill Lions Turbo NFT collection is going to be different from other NFTs in terms of the way you actually run and operate.
Yeah, so to keep it like blunt and basic to start, the number one thing I wanted to achieve was transparency. Like there's, this is like may sound odd, but there's no other NFT project that does shit like this where the creators are sitting here talking about it on a YouTube channel where you can come ask them questions. What we do is on our website is we're doxed. So that means basically if you go to our website, redpilllions.com, you can see all of our faces and know who runs the project.
Okay.
That's just a brief overview to start because people will invest hundreds of thousands of dollars into NFT projects and they won't even know who's running the project.
Right.
Which is absolutely ridiculous. So that's one thing when I taught in the crypto mindset course with Charlie Miguel that I touched on and talked about, that projects that are doxed are important because I'm proud of this in a way that, like, one, I don't want to let it fail, and two, if I fucked everyone over and just ran away, everyone knows my Instagram, my Twitter, where I live.
They know me.
Also, too. Also, too, it's a sense of like family too. Once you joined the Red Pill Lions project, you become a part of the family, and we have like over 3,000 holders with us, maybe even more. And if I tell them all the time, DM me, and I'll give you my personal number, and I stay in contact with a lot of our holders.
Wow, and that's not something. Go ahead, Rocky. Go ahead.
Yeah, so just only because there's a lot of layers to peel back with this one. So that's how we like geared to start out, and we've maintained it that way, being transparent. But the value of it has always been, when you're buying an NFT, you're not supposed to buy it just to fucking support. It's not a fucking a GoFundMe. It's not a GoFundMe. What it is
good.
You buy into any NFT project, including mine, literally I want you to flip the NFT and return on your investment. So what most people would do is they'd buy like 1 or 2 or 3, sell a couple, and also remain a holder. So we had holders flip NFTs from anywhere between $100 to $200 profit to $3,000 profit, and all in between. And that's what I wanted to do to prioritize that. Like, at the end of the day, you're buying an asset. You're not just buying into like a GoFundMe. What I want you to do is make profit off it. And while you do that, is one thing which no NFT project does, especially ones that have way, way, way more access and more holders and more money than us. They just refuse to do anything. We give something I like to call passive value.
Okay.
When you buy into stock, you buy into the stock and you wait and you just sit on it and you're down. Say if you bought $700 worth of stocks, you're just down until you sell it and realize that gain. If you buy into our NFT, this is not every NFT.
Okay.
You buy in, say you're in for fucking like $250, or you get one on OpenSea for a little bit cheaper. You get passive value the entire time through utilities. Utilities is like stuff you're going to see us do with Donovan. We have flown holders out to Las Vegas, Nevada, Miami twice. We've brought holders to us. Shout out holder Super Dank. Jordan came for the Kevin Samuels tribute utility.
Yes,
we were looking for someone that never had a suit. Because every time you saw Kevin Samuels, he was in one of the freshest suits I've ever seen in my life. And that's something I aspire to like build into as a man, because you look good, you feel good, you work good.
Absolutely.
It's also a very professional state to be in. And when he passed, rest in peace to my brother, we wanted to do something in tribute to him. So we went in the Discord. We're like, hey, who has never owned a suit? Who like needs a suit for their job or for anything? And we sourced through a bunch of people, and we brought Jordan up here he's from South Carolina.
And I was there for that one.
Yeah, you were there for that one.
We've let holders stay over our house.
Yeah,
of course. That's what you guys. I don't think anybody is surprised that you guys have let holders stay over your house. You guys are as down to earth as I can imagine. Good Lord, man. I think that is really, really cool. Talk to me about some of the opportunities that have come. For example, Sonderist, I've heard, got an opportunity to be in a feature film. I think holders have also gotten opportunities to be in that unbelievably fun project, Savaho. Shout out to Reggie, played by Rocky.
Yeah.
I love that. That was great.
It's been super cool because, outside of the NFT collection, we make music. We do so much cool shit. We just closed a feature film. That's a horror, and we did a couple different projects, Savaho as well. And so Saunders, for example, majority of everyone that we've ever like brought out for in-person utilities, we kind of became lifelong friends with, like a holder like Kobe that we brought to Vegas, or anyone we've brought to the CME like Zach Carwile or Warrior Poet or stuff like that. But Saunders, well, first off, I don't even have a passport, so I've never left the country.
Oh, wow.
And Saunders lives in the UK.
Okay.
So I would have never met him through anything other than the internet, and I met him through our Discord. He became a holder, was very active. And one thing that was cool with the NFT Discord was I wanted everyone to network, and so did I. So networking within the Discord, I was talking to Saunders for so long. He was very active, and he's a phenomenal graphic designer.
Okay.
And we were able to have him work on this project with us, and he's helped us with a couple other things, and we compensate him as well. And he has a huge, huge, huge list of credits on this film that we just wrapped that we're trying to get to platforms or film festivals, whatever the case may be. And he did a phenomenal job. He's such a great dude. And on top of that, we were finally able to bring him to the States for a utility. So we brought him to the CME in Miami, had a great time. He's such a great down to earth dude. And that's the coolest thing about the project is I didn't realize about starting this how many great people we would meet.
Yes.
And that also ties into other people that we brought in to do the Adventures of Savaho. They met all the all-star cast that we had. They were able to have lines and be in the scenes and be in the film. And it's just something where, on top of being able to like come meet us and hang out with us,
the more opportunity,
we involve you.
that this project has brought us and the people it's brought into our life has given us more opportunity to share it amongst our community.
Good.
And I think that's the most beautiful thing of it. You get to be involved in movies. You get to call into the show for free. You get free merch. You get free utilities. You get flown out places. You get to meet all these business-minded people and grow yourself.
Absolutely, man.
I really cool.
agree with the fact that it is like a family. And I've always said my favorite part of being Donovan Sharpe is shaking people's hands and looking them in the eye. I just like hanging out with guys in the community. Yeah, look, I love to live stream and I've done my courses and video editing and all that good stuff. But to me, the core of what I do is actually meeting people, like meeting people face to face. And I think the Red Pill Lions NFT, especially the Turbo Edition, is really going to give me a lot of opportunities to actually sit down and meet people. I've committed to at least 3 in-person podcasts up there with you guys. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Dude, Super Dank was cool as hell, man. I mean, dude, we're all sitting around drinking. He's getting drunk, Slosh talking about his 2 moms, right, and this and that and the other. That was fucking wonderful. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of the NFT. And let me read this. I've got a $5 super chat from Carl Bennington. He says, WTF are you doing, Rolo? Leave these boys alone. It is what it is. I'm not tripping. Anyway, so let's talk about some of the benefits of being a Red Pill Lions Turbo holder. And I know we can't list them all, and we've talked about a few of them, but give me some of the highlights in terms of what guys can expect when they invest in an NFT, in the Red Pill Lions Turbo NFT.
So main thing I will start with is this, because we're not doing this collection because it's like, I'm doing this collection because I kind of have to in a way, but also because I want to. Have to in a way meaning, remember how I said how rug pulls happen? So basically they build up hype for a project, and then if they stop growing it, it kind of decreases in value. Everyone that bought into our last collection is looking forward to this collection, but I'm also going to use Red Pill Lions Turbo being our mutation, our second collection, to grow the value of our first one so holders can still remain to get a return on their investment. That being said, for in-person utilities, anyone who has both NFTs can access them. If you only have an NFT from one collection, you can't get the in-person utilities.
Right.
So what that'll do is holders from the previous collection, when people come to buy from them because they need 2 NFTs to be able to get in-person utilities, it'll grow the value of that brand. All that being said, this is something that I wanted to do to not only do another collection for our holders, but to really push the envelope of what this technology can do for holders. On top of the fact, it's to bring more added value. So right now, just pre-launch and doing this with Donovan,
this is great.
Collaborating with him has been huge because we want to give more access to more people. We just released a coffee utility. This is Red Pill Lions / Donovan Sharpe Wake Up and Grind Coffee.
This is so fucking cool,
I put so much work into this, Donovan.
Yes, you did, man.
And to be able to work on, like, we had to find like locally sourced different types of coffee beans to be able to grind up and add into something that we really like to perfect into our own. We've done the same thing with cologne. We did the cigars. You have one of the cigars on you right now.
Absolutely.
I think it's the last one I had.
Dude, I've got the cologne too, man. No, go ahead.
So that is something that we're looking to build upon and do cooler and cooler and cooler utilities as we go. And being able to have a new collection will bring in new holders. We'll also bring in more opportunity to do something that's new and innovative, and also to show every other NFT project that you can't really do it. Like, I want to bring holders to an MMA fight with Donovan Sharpe, us, and everyone, because it's something that I want people to be excited about. But basically, Red Pill Lions Turbo is going to be the second version of the Red Pill Lions NFT. It's called a mutation because the NFTs of the Lions in this collection are going to look more different, more they're going to be evolving into a different form of lion. All that to be said, the art wise is going to be completely different, so what you're buying is something new, and the NFT collection is going to be something where anybody in the space, in the crypto space wise, is going to be blown away from. That being said, on the level of the innovation and the amount of stuff in it has tripled in size from our first collection. Because I know more now, obviously, as I've grown. So everything that I didn't know from the last collection has multiplied.
And I will say our current holders and our future holders are in for a treat. And me being on the inside, I can't say much, but the tricks that this man has up his sleeve,
Dude.
is some good stuff.
Like, I don't even know the true depths of Rocky's expertise in this, but every time I talk to this kid, I learned something new. I learned about the follow train or the like train. I learned about Canva, which was like, holy fuck. I'm already using that on my
I put him on the Canva.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I mean, you guys,
He put me on in like 24.
yeah,
early.
like you guys are like the OGs.
I was
of
making
Canva.
album covers on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he was telling me. He told me that you were making album covers, and he kind of walked by, and he's like, well, what are you doing? You're like, it's this program called Canva. What is it now? 10 years later, here we are. Now we're actually doing something good and worthwhile for men, just with a software program. Now, my end of the utilities is here's what I'm going to be contributing to the Red Pill Lions Turbo NFT, and this is something that I'm very, very passionate about. The utilities that I have committed to, I'm going to do at least three podcasts with the Red Pill Lions up in Connecticut, right there in their podcast studio. You'll get a chance to come out, meet me. We'll hang out with the fellas. Literally the fellas. I mean, we might go out and do something fun, go out and grab drinks, whatever the case may be. I'm also giving away 5 personal 30-minute consultations. I charge $225 for 30 minutes. I'm giving 5 of those away for free. I'm also giving away 5 signed full Book of Womanese sets. The Book of Womanese 1 through 5, I'm giving away 5 sets of those, all autographed. I'm giving away 3 Womanese video series. This is my signature course. All 637 translations in video form. We're giving 3 of those away. I'm also giving you guys 5 signed copies of the 49 Laws of Sharpe, in as well as 5 digital copies of the Shit Test Guide. And finally, we are giving away 3 tickets to CME4 in Lake Tahoe for this fall. So that's going to be my contribution. So guys, keep in mind, all of this is in addition to all of the cool shit that you're gonna get with Red Pill Lions Turbo. Dude, I've got a cigar. I've got a couple. Dude, I've got 2 of these. I saw Miguel with one when I was in Vegas. Dude, there's the cologne. I love. Oops, sorry about that. I got some powder in
wallet.
there. I love this wallet. It's slick. It's sleek. It looks good. I'm going to start using that today. I can't wait to get a hold of the coffee. So guys, this is really, really, not only are you going to get tangible benefits, you're going to get intangible benefits as well. There's something to be said, like I said, about meeting a man in person, shaking his hand, looking him in the eye, and having good conversations. To me, that's when life's truly change.
And on that note, I'd like to touch on the CME because just us being a small town Connecticut kids and being a part of the CME, and you paid me to run the interviews and stuff and film it, which was a cool experience. And coming out to Miami is and we're grateful to Rolo. We wouldn't be here without Rolo.
Oh,
and
of course.
Everybody in the chat's like, "Where's Rolo?" I text Rolo on holidays and Christmas. Hey, how are the kids and stuff? But the CME was so great, and I remember when we flew back home, we were on top of the moon of what we just had experienced. Wow. And that just goes to show all the things that the CME has to offer, and all the great people I met. And there's a lot of people that skyrocketed their status from the CME, us too. And I've kept in contact with some of the attendees and stuff, and I see their social medias and all the stuff that they learned via the CME, like they've implemented into their life. And it's just really cool to see, and goes to show like how important it is to get put amongst the community.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you something else. What's going to be very different about CME4, this is going to be more of a retreat than a conference. Yes, there will be conference aspects to it. We will sit down, we will have speeches, and we will have talks. But trust and believe, we are going to be outside, outdoors. This is going to be an adventure retreat. It is, I can't get into the things that we're planning, but guys, it is going to be unbelievable. Truly, truly life-changing experiences. I'm actually going to brand the CME4 with the underscore rites of passage. I can't get into the details just yet. I've got a lot going on. We've got a house being built in Reno. We're gonna move out. We're gonna move out there this summer, but it's not gonna be ready for another year and a half. So we're gonna have to fight. So all kinds of stuff going on. Then we've got the CME4, but I'm very, very much looking forward to the CME4 because it is going to be very different from anything that I've ever done as a project, and I'm looking forward to having you guys out there as well. So again, we're giving away three tickets, and this is all expenses paid. We're going to fly out. We're going to put you up. Free access to the CME, and this is VIP level stuff, guys. We're not giving you the basic standard ticket. You're getting the real deal. So I'm very, very much looking forward to helping guys out who didn't have $2,000 to spend to come out and fly out to the CME. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that.
And what's the dates for the CME4 for those who don't know? Do we have them yet?
No, not yet. I'm still in the planning.
Okay.
I'm still in the planning stages. I will probably sign a contract within the next 90 days or so. I'll have a date well before that, but right now we're in contract negotiations with the venues and the services and all that good stuff. But yeah, stay tuned for that. I will definitely be getting you guys the dates for CME4. I mean, I cannot wait. Like the first CMEs that I did, I looked forward to doing them until I actually started doing them. It's one stress ball, but for all of the stress and everything, the CME is always worth it. And I think this one is going to be the most enjoyable for sure.
Yeah, it's been fantastic when we've brought holders out. There's multiple holders that we have in our Discord still to this day that have been with us, whether we brought them out or they've gone on their own, that they've always raved about. But one thing I want to say about the utilities you're providing is that you fit in to this collection and you swung into work-wise so seamlessly, as in, like, I never had to, like, pry anything out of you. You came in. I'd love to be able to do these consultations. I'd love to be able to give out the Women's collection. I'd love to be able to help with the CME and all these things. So Donovan is not doing this because he just wants to either like lend a hand to us or whatever the case may be. He's very, and I was very happy with how excited you are about it, because like I said to you, like, this is something where giving back should be fun. So we have so much fun doing it. And you even, the first time we ever brought holders to the CME, it was so funny because holder Zach Carlisle, he just got out of his Uber from the airport.
Yeah, I remember.
And we heard him coming to the door, and this is on YouTube. And I'm like, Donovan, I'm like, everybody, like, go somewhere. I'm like, Donovan, go answer the door. Zach comes up expecting to see me, and then he never expected Donovan Sharpe to get there. You're like, hey, welcome. How's it going? And he walks in. It's been great to have you a part of this. And I don't think necessarily you're even ready for how cool it is to be able to share these utilities with holders. Like, I know you're going to be like smitten the night we go to a UFC fight or a Flyers game, whatever the case may be. And you're like, this is fucking awesome. It's going to be so much fun.
One thing about me is I get one thing that I like that I haven't lost yet is my childlike enthusiasm for having fun and doing fun things and giving back to people. I have a bad reputation for a lot of reasons. Some of them are legit, most of them are not. But one thing that I've always maintained when well, at least as recently as 5 years ago when I realized that this was actually a business, is I'm good financially. Like, I'm good, man. Like, I'm okay. I don't like at this point. I don't really do this for the money. But by the same token, nobody works for free. But I've made all the money off of Womanies and all this other kind of stuff. It's literally nothing. It's no skin off my back. It's been shot, filmed, written. It's no skin off my back to give this stuff to people who actually want and need them. And if it can help people change their lives, then that's to me that's the best thing about this. Pardon me. So as we round third and head for home, and I've got a question here, and then I'll ask you guys the last question. So New York's Ninth Wonder, he says, will this be on the Ethereum blockchain or Polygon blockchain? Trying to see how much. Yes, so it's going to be on the Ethereum blockchain. We released our first collection on Ethereum, and early getting into it, I was kind of trying to choose where I wanted to go, and I wanted to pick a coin that was the most stable and had the least likelihood of ever hitting zero. Okay. And I'm glad I went with Ethereum. No disrespect to Polygon, but yeah, we're on Ethereum. We stuck with Ethereum, and Ethereum's fucking moving right now. Okay, so stay tuned for all of the hit pieces from the Polygon nerds over on the crypto side. Shout out Polygon. Yeah, my God, Ethereum is going down. you know how those guys are. So sum up to me, guys, what the Red Pill Lions Turbo NFT means to you, what it means to your family, what it means to the community, and really, let everyone know why you are doing this, the general reason why we are doing this. RPL Turbo is literally just this. It is the culmination of community
and it's the culmination of everything that we wanted to identify with as a brand, because not only are we creating it, holders that we currently have are literally creating it with us, as in anyone who's, I have a channel in our Discord, it's called RPL Mutation Ideas. Anyone who's been a holder has a say in anything they want added or included this collection.
Oh, wow.
So say if Donovan, for example, said, I think there should be green sunglasses. In the NFT collection, they would be called Donovan sunglasses. So our holders' fingerprints are going to be all over this collection, and what it's going to do is give us the opportunity to just slowly grow our utilities and make them better. At some point, I want to get to a point where if a holder doesn't have a car, I want to get them a car.
Right.
So the innovation and growth of this collection is going to be fantastic, and it's something that I want the holders to be proud of. And it's also, at the same token, I want to keep building recognition for this brand and growing the amount of holders and community that we have, so we can give back more and just give back more, because that's the main point of it, is just to be transparent and help the community and grow with them.
And the other thing too, it's not like Red Pill Lions started because someone reached out to us and wanted to start this project like via third party.
Sure.
But it's like it's a family-owned business basically, and it's three brothers who love each other and is genuine, putting hard blood, sweat, and tears into this project.
Yeah, man, that's what I admire about you guys. I'm one of three brothers myself. I'm the Kevin of the Savo brothers. My brother, I've got two other brothers, and we're older than you guys, but the age differences are right around the same, man. And we're not really, when we were younger, me and my brothers are close for sure. We talk, but we're not as close as you guys are. And seeing the love that you guys have for each other, man, it's really something else. It's something I've never ever witnessed before in my life. I've been a lot of places and met a lot of people. I don't think I have ever met a group of brothers, people related to each other, who had such genuine affection towards one another as a family. And when you say it's a family-owned business, I think it means that in every sense of the word. So, final thoughts, both of you. Final thoughts on working with me, the Red Pill Lions NFT. Anything that our audience needs to know before we dip?
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to touch on is that I never speak to convince. I just enjoy speaking with conviction, because it's something I'm passionate about. So anytime I've ever done a podcast myself or on with any other people talking about Red Pill Lions, it's always been something where I'm just passionate about it. So never feel forced to get involved. The Discord's free. You can be in the Discord without being a holder. You can access our website and check everything out for free. If you would like to be a part of any utilities, or you want to be able to take a stab at trying to make a financial investment that you can flip, there's a bunch of stuff you can do. If you do not want to, that's totally fine.
Sure.
You can also check out our Discord and just, hang out, talk, network, do whatever you'd like. I'm pretty sure Donovan has a Discord in his description.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just truly something that I enjoy. It's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun providing value to all the very great, solid, passionate holders that we have. So, and I appreciate Donovan coming in as well and bringing so much value and much passion about it. And I hope it's something that the holders are going to enjoy as well. So we're always just trying to grow and innovate.
Yeah, Donovan Sharpe is the most genuine person ever.
For
like
sure.
I've had time to hang out with him at the CME and stuff, and he's always been supportive, and he's true to his word and his beliefs. And we don't just pick anybody to back a project. We like to dissect who they are as a person and where their morals align, and that's where we go. And Donovan's there.
Well, I appreciate you guys for the kind words. The same goes for me, man. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at spotting gems before they shine for real. I've done it 3 times now with Pearl, Kevin, and Myron. I've said this. I've said this for a couple of years. You guys are definitely next, and I really do believe that this. I think that this NFT could almost be sort of an unlikely genesis to you guys' rise to stardom. I truly believe that. So thank you guys very, very much for putting this project together. Stay tuned, guys. I am doing a live stream at 12 o'clock. I'm going to be reacting to the latest Fresh and Fit After Hours podcast, where a girl claimed she was a virgin, and big surprise, she wasn't. So stay tuned for that. That's going live at 12. Listen, Rocky, Mark, say hi to Kevin for me. I know he's out here. I know he's out there making moves and everything. You guys take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys face to face.